Hi, I'm Shannon with Boucher Consulting, and I wanted to share some interesting data and metrics that I discovered recently about companies embarking on agile transformations and their success. SAFE offers case studies and business outcomes to articulate the value of an agile transformation to its customers. But to get sponsorship, often more data points are needed. Of course, the results vary between companies, and the metrics of success are specific to each company. I think everyone that has embarked on an agile transformation understands that it is a journey to maturity. Because the knowledge economy is always growing, there will always be a gap between where you are and where you want to be. Nonetheless, sponsors really want to understand two key questions. When can we expect to see a tangible benefit from this work? And what will be the markers of good enough to warrant the associated investment? Even hearing questions like that will make some Agilists cringe. But the reality is that to get the sponsorship necessary to really change a culture requires a significant effort and investment. A study was published at the Agile Alliance XP 2021 conference last June to begin to address these agile transformation questions across companies. It was called The Impact of Agile Transformations on Organizational Performance, a survey of teams, programs, and portfolios, and was presented by a group of researchers out of the Netherlands. The data in this study is extremely useful to others considering an agile transformation. The survey resulted in 134 responses from people engaged in agile transformations across many businesses and industries. The results provide a glimpse into how companies are implementing agile ways of working at an enterprise level and the results from the efforts. Even the data about the responding companies is fascinating. The companies fall into predominantly three industries: financial services, software, and professional services. The majority of respondents worked at companies of 5,000 or fewer at 43%, or at very large companies of 50,000 or more at 38%. 42% of respondents of this study were using SAFE, 20% were using Scrum of Scrums, and 30% fell into the other category, meaning a custom methodology, another option not listed, or no framework at all. So back to the initial questions. First, what are the markers of good enough to warrant the associated investment? And second, when will a tangible benefit be clear? This study builds on a previous one that defined an agile maturity spectrum specific to the altitude of work across the organization. The logical question is, at what level of maturity would companies expect to see measurable benefits? The survey asked respondents to measure their maturity at the team level, program level, and portfolio level based on this scale. The results are captured in this table. 81% of respondents felt that their organizations were fluent or better at the team level. 57% ranked themselves fluent or better at the program level, and 50% were fluent or better at the portfolio level. This made sense to me for several reasons, one of which is that Agile has grown out of the world of software development, and as you scale, more and more people that are newer to Agile are engaged. So next, they review the results using metrics that mostly reflect the ones touted on SAFE's implementation roadmap. My goal is to simplify the results as much as possible, but I encourage you to look up the study to get more details. The bottom line is that the survey's mean results were near the top range or better than the ranges noted by SAFE. Average improvement in productivity, as measured by increased effectiveness of development, was 60%. Responsiveness, as measured by improved time to market, was 67%. Quality, as measured by improved product quality and earlier defect detection, was 61% and 67%, respectively. Lastly, improvements in employee engagement and satisfaction exceeded the SAFE metrics across virtually all measurements. We know that the benefit of Agile is clear, but how much more valuable is it to scale? The study correlates maturity to all the identified benefits, but some correlations were higher and clearer than others. Most notably, increased productivity was highly correlated to maturity across all three altitudes of portfolio, program, and team. Increased quality was highly correlated to perceived maturity at the program and team level. There is a gap in portfolio level metrics definition for both SAFE and the study, so that was not the focus. Not to say that there isn't value in implementing agile ways of working at the portfolio level, just that it isn't really reflected in the captured metrics of the study or SAFE's published key results. Research has shown that improvements in the identified metrics can be translated into tangible benefits across industries. The next step is for companies to apply the metrics appropriately to their own contexts. The good news is that transformations implemented in an agile way are incremental. Start small and measure the value often. The missing part of the analysis thus far has been the denominator: how much to invest to achieve the associated benefits. And the secret sauce: how should your company invest to achieve the most bang for the buck? Summarizing the investment data, 58% of companies spent $2 million or less, while 83% invested less than $10 million. There is no data in the survey that correlates results or time horizon with the investment. As agile ways of working expand beyond the realms of software development into business and support teams, the body of knowledge will grow along with it. Approaching an agile transformation by employing agile best practices and deeply committing to the objectives and key results for the transformation itself is the best way to ensure that the results discussed here are incrementally achieved. Hopefully, this video will help Agile leaders develop a lean business case for investing in the acceleration and improvement of Agile ways of working. As an Agile transformation coach, I can support you in refining what success looks like as you continue the Agile journey.